welcome to Making Meals with Mika. You guys are in for a treat today. But before I share the treat, I need you to please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead, press subscribe real quick. That way we can hang out a little bit more. And also you can get notifications for when I post new videos. So anyway, let me just get in a little bit closer. Let me get on this counter. So today I am cooking my favorite, well, one of my favorite meals, and these are stuffed zucchini bolts. These are absolutely delicious. They are keto friendly. They can be vegetarian friendly. All you have to do is omit the meat. They're healthy, they're nice, and they're light. So you guys know it's COVID and I'm working from home. And that just naturally means that I'm not moving around as much as I used to. You know what I mean? So I don't really like to eat heavy meals. I like to cook nutritious, healthy meals for me and my family. And this is typically how we eat on a day-to-day basis. Now, there's nothing wrong, with indulging in, very rich and decadent meals, like for the holidays or special occasions. But typically this is how I cook for my family. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite recipes, stuffed zucchini bolts. And sometimes people automatically correlate healthy to not tasting good. Healthy food can taste delicious. It's all about your preparation and your seasoning. I am really, really big on seasoning. That is what's going to make your food delicious. So everything you're going to need for this recipe is right here. I love onion. If you don't know yet, I love onion. So you're going to need a half of an onion. And you're going to need 4 zucchini. I'm only going to cook 2 because it's just my husband and I don't want to waste food. And look at these. These are huge. Typically, zucchinis are not this big. I don't know where these came from, but I saw them and I'm like, yep, I'm getting these. So these are huge, but you need 4 zucchinis or 2 huge ones like this. You're also going to need some ground turkey. Now, if you are vegetarian, of course, omit the turkey, or you can use, like a protein substitute, like tofu, or you can do, the meat crumbles like Beyond Meat or, Impossible Meat. But I'm using ground turkey, hand shredded mozzarella cheese. I shred all my cheese. Some tomato sauce. Now this is marinara, but you can use any type of tomato sauce that you want. You can even try with canned tomatoes. I just like marinara because I like the flavor. And I typically use a sauce that doesn't have any added sugar. Okay, I'm gonna flavor this up myself. I'm gonna zhuzh it up. We ain't gotta worry about that. But this is just a simple marinara with no added sugar. You're gonna use some ricotta, some good ricotta cheese. Now, they have this, like they have skim milk ricotta, fat-free ricotta. I go with the whole 100% whole milk cheese because the other ones that are fat-free or light, they have more sodium. So if you guys, check the labels. So I typically just go straight with the whole, just give me all the fat. Give me all the fat, I don't want the sodium. So ricotta cheese. And then I'm going to use some Italian seasoning, although this is parsley flakes. It's supposed to be Italian seasoning. I'm going to switch it up real quick. But you do need parsley flakes too. Italian seasoning, parsley flakes, pepper. You're going to need some crushed red pepper because we're going to make these just a little spicy, salt, and fresh garlic. So very, very simple ingredients. This is a really easy recipe. So I'm going to share this with you, and I hope you all love this. Just as much as I love it. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and make this meal with Mika. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take out the center of your zucchini. So you're going to start by cutting the ends off of both, or all 4. And you're going to go right down the center as evenly as possible. Okay, get your 2 sides. I'm going to do the other one. These are really, really big. They're going to be super delicious. Then this is the important part. So you're going to take a spoon and you want to go in around each side. And what I do is I just go down. I make my little trail on what I'm going to scoop out. And you want to leave some, because that's going to be your boat. So you want to take your spoon, make your trail, then you're just going to go in and you're going to remove the center of your zucchini. Okay? You're going to remove the center of your zucchini. And it's best to use a small, like teaspoon, because it fits inside of the bowl. When you get down to the other end, I just turn it to make it easy. Now we're going to do something delicious with this. So just put that part in the bowl. Oop, I almost dropped it. Y'all see that? And then this is what you want to see, that nice boat. Kind of like if you're doing potato skins. Okay? So you want to save these. So you're going to do that for the remainder of all your zucchini. Then we do one more so you can see it. Now I just make my little trail down the zucchini. Take your spoon and just dig in there and move it as you're scooping the center out. Okay? You're going to take the center out. Now this is the method that I use. If you have like a melon baller, you can probably use that with this and have an easier way of scooping the center out. Okay? And you're going to continue to do that, saving the insides until you're done with all of your zucchini. And this is what you want to see. So after you have made your boats, which look like this, you just arrange them in your baking dish. Now I have put olive oil down in the baking dish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly top my boats with a little olive oil, because olive oil adds flavor. Okay? And then we are going to season these with a little salt and pepper. So let me salt these. Now let me get the pepper. Salt and pepper. Okay? And then we're just going to set these aside for now. Let them marinate with the salt and pepper. Now, if you clean your zucchini out, you should have all of this goodness right here. And what you're going to do is, you're just going to try to dice these as nicely as possible. Now there's many different pieces and different shapes. So I just try to get the ones that are similar in size, and I put them all together, and you're going to dice them. I like this size. So you're just going to go through, you know, find your pieces that you can cut nicely, and you're going to dice them. And then you're also going to dice your onion the same way. It's time for the meat. So I have my skillet already warming up. I'm going to put just about a tablespoon of olive oil in my pan. This is to give my meat somewhere to go. Drop that in there. You hear that sizzle? I'm just going to turn my pan, break my meat up. Now this is 90% lean, 10% fat. And I like it because it has a little bit more flavor than the 97% lean. But you can use whatever meat you want to. Turn that down a little bit. And you know, if you're not a big ground turkey person, guess what? You can use ground beef or ground chuck. My family and I, we're not really big beef eaters. Now, you know, every now and then we'll get a good hamburger or we'll get a good steak for sure. But typically when I'm making meals that calls for ground beef, I typically substitute ground turkey or ground chicken because it's a healthier option. Now, what is my number one rule? Season, season, season. So we're going to season our meat with black pepper, salt. Let me do the salt. That's seasoning salt right there. Some Italian seasoning, okay, because you want that good seasoning. This isn't coming off fast enough. Let me go ahead, open that top. This is where my red pepper flakes go. I love red pepper flakes. And then, of course, we're going to put some black pepper in here. We're going to put some black pepper in here. And we're just going to let that get good and done. Now once your meat is done, now you see this? There's really no juice or no fat in the pan that I need to drain. And this is why I love using ground turkey. And ground chicken will give you the same. But once your meat is done, then you're going to add the chopped zucchini. The zucchini that you chopped out and scooped out earlier. You're going to add the onion. And you're going to add the fresh garlic. This smells amazing so far. And you are going to cook this until your zucchini and your onions get soft. And your onions will be translucent, meaning see-through, almost see-through. So you're going to cook this for approximately 5 to 7 minutes, okay? But look at that. It already looks delicious. Cook this for 5 to 7 minutes. This is what your meat filling should look like when it's all done. I'm going to turn the heat off of that. And then I'm just going to set this aside for a little bit to let this cool. And we're going to add it to the cheese. It's time to get working on the filling for these boats. So I'm going to dump the whole container of ricotta cheese in your bowl, and you're going to do about 3/4 of this mozzarella. Okay, you're going to save a little bit for the top. All right. What I do is I'm going to add a little bit more Italian seasoning. I season every single aspect of this meal because I'm telling you, seasoning flavor is what makes your food delicious. So we got some Italian seasoning, we got some pepper. I'm not going to put salt because cheese is naturally salty, okay? And then I'm going to add that really delicious meat and zucchini filling. Okay? And all of it. You want to get all of this in there in your bowl. I'm sorry I'm scraping. I got to get all of it. I'm greedy. I need all of it. Every onion, every last piece of meat. Yep, I'm getting it all. Okay? And then you're just going to fold this together. Now you don't want your meat to be steaming hot now, but my meat is still warm, okay? It's still warm. And it's gonna, ooh, this, I'm telling you, ooh, this smells so good. It smells good. It smells good. So we're gonna mix this all up. Right? Now, everything in here is already done, so you can sample it. But you see how cheesy and creamy that is? Man, ooh, it smells good. So I'm gonna take my spoon right here. Go ahead, taste just a little bit. That's my dance. That's my taste good dance. Now, this needs a little more salt. Okay? Needs a little bit more salt. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of pepper. And that's it. Yep. That's it right there. So, I'm also going to zhuzh this up. Let me get a longer spoon. Alright, so what I do to this, because this is just tomatoes, you know, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, but sometimes this can be bland. That's why I say get that good Italian seasoning out. I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning on there. Look, let me just, okay, it wasn't coming out fast enough. My goodness. I'm going to open that good top. Pepper. I love pepper. Okay. I season that. Now you can put whatever you want to in here. You put some garlic powder, do whatever you want. Go ahead and stir that up. Now we got all the components ready to build these boats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you can see what they're supposed to look like. I'm telling you right now, it already smells great in here. Just wait till we put these bad boys in the oven. Oh, it's going to be good. So let me zoom in real quick so you can see how full these boats are supposed to be. Now let me recap just in case you were not paying attention. So I have my zucchini boats here. I put salt and pepper on them and I placed them in my baking sheet that I have put olive oil in, okay? Now we are going to load these boats. Now when I tell you do not be stingy, don't be stingy. You are going to load these boats with your delicious, look at that. You cannot tell me that don't look delicious. It does. So you're going to load these boats with this filling. And the thing is, when I serve these zucchini boats, I just serve it with this. I don't serve it with anything else. You want to know why? Because it has the meat, it has the veggies, and it has the cheese, right? And if you want to do something low carb, that's all you need. And then it has the tomato sauce to tie it all together. Look at that. These are very, very, very filling. They really are. And because I got the gigantic ones, these are going to be more filling. But so typically, you know, what we do for serving sizes, we each get 2 halves. So we're eating what's an equivalent to 1 full zucchini. Okay? Now listen, don't be afraid to, oh, look at that. You cannot tell me these don't look delicious. All right, let me finish my thought. Don't be afraid to load these up. You're going to want to load them up, okay? Especially if you're cooking for a grown man, right? And you tell a grown man, listen, all we having today is stuffed zucchini bolts. If they're anything like my husband, they're like, what you mean? Like, what? No potatoes, no bread, nope, this is it. This is it. That's all you get. But my husband, when he finishes two bolts, he's stuffed. So this is very, very, very filling. Okay? You don't need anything else to go with it. Now, if you want, you can be fancy and you can add spinach to the mix. I love spinach. I put spinach in here before. Spinach makes it super duper delicious. You can add spinach. You can take the onion out. So just take this and make it your own. Okay, now here come the magic. Okay, you want to take that marinara and just go ahead, pour that over there. Ooh, it smells good. So I'm going to spoon this over there, right? And make sure every single one gets that good sauce. I'm telling you, this is, man, ridiculously, insanely delicious. So, load that up, right? Now, you don't have to use the whole entire jar of sauce. My family and I, we love the sauce. So we putting all of this on here, okay? We putting all of it on here, all of it. Now, once you get to the point where you're done, then you're gonna bake these. You're not gonna bake these long. You're only gonna bake these for about 15 to 20 minutes. You're gonna bake it until everything congeals, and then your actual zucchini bolts are done. But the thing with zucchini is because they have a lot of water content, they tend to get really soggy. I do not like my zucchini soggy, okay? So I cook mine for about 15 minutes. So my bolt still has a little bite to it. Now check this out. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. When I told you to save a little of this mozzarella cheese, you knew it was going to go on top. You knew it. So that's going to go on top like that. And these are going to go in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your type of oven. And I'm going to come back and show you the finished product. But it should look like this, okay? Quite delicious. The stuffed zucchini bites are out of the oven. It's time to taste them. So I'm going to show you how I plate these up. It kind of smells like lasagna, honestly. Oh, they're just absolutely delicious. Now, I have to use a spatula and a spoon, especially because these are so big. So, and don't worry if there's some like liquid in the bottom of your pan, because I told you zucchini has a really high water content. So we're just gonna, I need to get these out. Let me see, I'm gonna start with the one closest to me. The cheese is all melty. It's just delicious. So I'm gonna go in here and get this big bad boy out with two. I gotta do two. Okay, come on, make it to the plate, Yes, there we go. Okay, made it to the plate. And then what I do is, like I said, have some parsley. Now, I typically do fresh parsley. I don't have any fresh parsley right offhand, so you just go ahead and sprinkle just a tinge, just a little bit of parsley. Okay. And then if you want, you can shred some fresh Parmesan cheese over the top as well. But this is what we're looking like, ladies and gentlemen. It smells delicious. So let me come on and take a bite. Now what you want is, you see that? You gotta work your spoon a little bit. That is what you want. That means there's still a little bit of bite to my zucchini. It's not gonna be all mushy. My cheese is melted. Look at that. You see that? Can y'all see that? It's hot. Let me see. Blow that. See, listen. I ain't trying to eat in your face, but I mean, this is good. You can taste the zucchini. Like I said, the meat is seasoned to perfection. The cheese is seasoned. You got that good tomato sauce on top. I mean, this is fat. That's how we say, you know. Y'all hear me say fat. You know, fire is delicious. Let me get one more bite. Let me get one more bite. That's delicious. The Italian seasoning is in there, so now you can't tell me if you have 2 of these on your plate, you won't be full. You probably won't even need 2. So, oh, that's good. Anyway, I hope that you all love this recipe. You know, give me some feedbacks in the comments, you know, about how your family loved it. What did you do to change the recipe? I love reading out those type of comments. So, these are my stuffed zucchini bites. And once again, thank you for making meal with Mika.